How is it going, everybody? I am Grant Fluff from Floodsters Sports Zone, and welcome to episode numero dos of Floodsters Topics. I'm not gonna lie, it has been a little bit longer since I've wanted to film even a video like this, but there's plenty of stuff to recap. I'm gonna be talking about my feelings about Patrice Bergeron's retirement. We're gonna recap the Browns and Jets Hall of Fame preseason game. Yes, the NFL season is finally here. I'm gonna rant about the Red Sox, SummerSlam, and a lot of other fun stuff, so make sure you stick around. And if you stick around long enough, I have a movie recommendation. But let's get into the sports topics. Alright, so first and foremost, right after I started filming this, I would like to say that my internship with the Brockton Rocks has officially concluded. We did it! From the last week of May to the first week of August. It was a fantastic time being a production assistant with the crew. We had a lot of great interns this summer, and I was just super grateful to, get a position right out of my first year of college, able to get an internship. It was local, but it was a lot of fun. I got to learn, you guys know I love filming, I love commentating. It was good to know and I guess kind of hone in skills regarding camera work and editing and producing, kind of getting myself more knowledgeable in that field. But I would like to thank Brett Chavs and the rest of the Brockton Rocks organization for letting me intern for you guys this summer. It was a lot of fun, and wow, it really was a great experience, and definitely a positive blemish to put on my resume. All right, now shifting gears to more sad news. Patrice Bergeron has retired at 38 years old. So, I'm going to be honest, yeah, you were expecting it, but you weren't at the same time. It's one of those things where deep down inside you didn't want to happen, but if it did happen, you were going to accept it. That's exactly how I felt when Patrice Bergeron announced his retirement. For him to go out, being the captain, blowing a 3-1 lead, in my opinion, the second most embarrassing NHL playoff series since the turn of the millennium. It sucks going out this way, but Bergeron, 38 years old, there's nothing more he could have done. You know what? He won the Selke 6 times. He won the Selke again this season. He won the Mark Messier Award for being the NHL's best leader. This guy has made numerous All-Star games. He won the Clancy Award in 2012, 2013, and obviously was the assistant captain when the Bruins won the Stanley Cup in 2011. I love you, Patrice. Thank you for all you've done in Boston. I can't wait to see you get inducted into the Hall of Fame. What is it, 2-3 years? For whatever reason, the NHL is shorter compared to the NFL and the MLB, I think, becoming first ballot. The NHL is significantly shorter because Hendrik Lundqvist just got in the Hall of Fame this year. So, Patrice Bergeron, see ya, I think it is 3 years down the road. Can't wait to see you get inducted into the Hall of Fame in Toronto. I really wish you could have won a second cup. We had a lot of great chances. 2013, even before we won the cup in 2011, 2010, 2014, 2019, 2020, and then obviously this year. I'm not going to go down the long road of Bruins chokes in the past decade. We're just going to call it congratulations on a great career for Patrice Bergeron. Over 1,000 points, over 1,000 games played in a Bruins uniform, all 19 seasons wearing the 37 in Boston. Super appreciative of you, and yeah, I can't wait to see you again inducted in the Hall of Fame in Toronto. And sticking on the hockey topic, earlier today, we had a massive NHL trade, which I think is going to shake up at least next season quite a bit. So, the San Jose Sharks, Pittsburgh Penguins, and Montreal Canadiens completed a 3-way trade. So, pretty much, long story short, you see the picture there. A lot of players and draft picks were involved in this deal, but Erik Karlsson is a Pittsburgh Penguin. What does that mean? This is good for Pittsburgh. They probably make the playoffs next year because they have done a lot in the offseason. I know this is pretty good news after hearing Jake Gunzel's going to be out the first month of the year. So the Penguins needed to bolster their D-core. I think it was a pretty smart move overall. They lose Casey DeSmith and I think Jeff Petrie. You're going to get a potential franchise defenseman for a backup goalie, a defenseman, and a minor league right winger. You're going to acquire Erik Karlsson for that price. The Sharks get a lot. Montreal gets a second round pick out of the deal as well. Huge trade, but overall, I would say as of now, Pittsburgh wins the deal. Moving forward, San Jose probably wins the trade in the long run. But in the short term, if Pittsburgh makes the playoffs next year, they definitely win the deal. And I don't know if Erik Karlsson's going to have as good of a year as he had this past year, but I expect him to at least get 60, 70 points. And if he does that, you're going to be fine. He is automatically first pair defenseman with whoever you want to pair him with. Maybe Chris Letang, who knows. But yeah, overall, I would say crazy trade, but good job on the Penguins for capitalizing and finally putting the Erik Karlsson rumors to bed. All right, shifting gears to football. Last Thursday was the NFL Hall of Fame preseason game where the Cleveland Browns defeated the New York Jets 21-16. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, rookie quarterback at UCLA. He played a heck of a lot better than Kellen Mond, and he played a heck of a lot better than Zach Wilson. Just saying. A lot of people said Zach Wilson was playing great. He did complete a nice deep ball in the first quarter. Outside of that, he got sacked. He threw 2 overthrows, which was his 2 incompletions. And overall, I still felt like he felt uncomfortable in the pocket. Not impressed with Zach Wilson. He didn't play bad. He didn't turn over the ball. But against backups, no. I'm not giving Zach Wilson his roses just yet. What I will say is Dorian Thompson-Robinson, again, first career game technically. And he had a 131.5 QB rating, a 72.7 completion percentage, led a game-winning touchdown drive in the fourth quarter, and also had a nasty block on the Dermanic Felton Jr. touchdown. So overall, I think the Browns looked really well. They really tightened up in the second half and were able to win the game. And overall, I was really impressed. I wouldn't be shocked, but Mond's probably getting cut, and Dorian Thompson's definitely getting the QB3 role in Cleveland this year, which, hey, good for him. He looked great at UCLA, so I wish him the best of luck. And I guess while we're on the football topic, it was announced that Super Bowl 58 will be aired on Nickelodeon. This is going to be fun, man. I mean, obviously, I'm watching the Super Bowl on CBS, which I think is what it's on this year. But, I mean, dude, it is so cool that Nickelodeon is airing this. They've already aired a Christmas game, a wild card game. This is fun, man. I know some people really dislike this. Guys, it's made for children. You're supposed to strengthen and make your product more popular. I love this move. Congratulations on Nickelodeon for pulling this off. Just one piece of advice. If Nate Burleson is not the commentator for this game, you failed. No matter how good it does, you failed. Nate Burleson needs to be a commentator for this game. But congratulations, Nickelodeon, for getting this done. And, you know, obviously I'm not going to watch the Super Bowl on Nick, but it will be fun to maybe go back and watch the highlights of the Nick broadcast. You know, it's going to be fun seeing slime go everywhere during a game-winning touchdown or a field goal, whatever. You know, it's supposed to be a fun broadcast for kids, and I'm going to watch the highlights of the Super Bowl and on Nick, and I think it's going to be funny. All right, shifting gears to the pathetic baseball team that plays in Fenway Park. So basically, since the last time I've done this, Red Sox have treated Kike Hernandez. They also DFA'd Christian Arroyo. The trade deadline passed, and they didn't do anything besides pick up Luis Arraez from the Brewers. We didn't need him. We needed pitchers. We did not get any pitchers. I am quite petrified. They didn't do nothing drastic, other than trading Kike, which I guess is okay. They stayed the same, and they got worse. Because they stayed the same. Oh, how did they get worse? Because the Blue Jays, the Rays, and the Orioles all got pieces to make a playoff run. The Red Sox, and the Yankees, for that matter, they both just kind of just sat there and were like, okay, we'll let you three just stack up. We're done. Red Sox didn't do nothing but acquire a minor leaguer for a minor leaguer, and I mean, yeah, that was pretty much it. And the Yankees did nothing but acquire 2 depth pitchers, so, I mean, what are you going to do? Red Sox are going to suck this year, but it's all right. It's all part of the Chaim Bloom plan right now. I don't think he's that good of an owner, but oh well, we'll have to see how the Red Sox do next year. All right, and real quickly, I would like to cover SummerSlam. That was, of course, we're talking about WWE wrestling here. I know it's been a couple years since I broadcasted wrestling on this channel, but I still pay attention to it. And I watched the big name pay-per-views. I watched Backlash, and I thought it was great. I watched most of Money in the Bank. I thought that was really good as well. SummerSlam was good. I think I would give the slight edge to Money in the Bank as the better pay-per-view, but SummerSlam wasn't bad. It wasn't. Io Sky cashing in her Money in the Bank, winning. That was pretty cool. Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar, I thought, had a great match. But the main event where Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso and Jimmy comes out of nowhere, screws over Jey, Roman retains the title. I didn't like it. I really didn't. Since Roman was winning regardless, because, you know, if anyone's going to pin Roman Reigns, it's going to be Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania next year. That's my opinion. But anyway, then neither here nor there. I know up front, unless Solo Sikoa was doing like a face turn or whatever, I kind of sense Roman was winning. It's just the way how he won. It's like every time. It doesn't bother me that Roman Reigns wins. It bothers me because he's a bad guy. He cheats. And he wins, and he does such a nice job as a heel pissing off the fan base. He really does. Overall, it was a good pay-per-view. I'd probably give it like a 7, 8 out of 10. Also, Gunther versus Drew McIntyre, another really good match. Overall, again, very solid pay-per-view. Finn Balor versus Seth, also decent. Looks like the Judgment Day's breaking up. Yeah, good pay-per-view. Wasn't the best I've seen, far from the worst. So, that's good. SummerSlam wasn't awful, wasn't great. Yeah, it was pretty good. So, just again, I just wish Jimmy did not betray Jey, because that sucks. Alright, so you guys know how I collect a lot of sports cards, right? Well, it came out on Wednesday that Panini filed a federal lawsuit against Fanatics. And at first I'm like, okay, well, what the heck's going on here? Well, apparently, Fanatics has tried to monopolize the sports card market. Listen, Panini has already bought out Upper Deck and Topps. So, really, they got scared because Fanatics is probably doing a good job selling sports cards, and they're like, oh no, we're filing a lawsuit. Panini is still the largest card company brand like in the world right now, and it seems like to me they're the one trying to do the monopolizing. I think they want to target Fanatics because Panini really hasn't produced a lot of good football and hockey card products over the last couple of years. I'm being honest, I really haven't. Like a box of National Treasures for like 4 cards should not cost $600-$700. That's stupid. I could just go online right now and buy like. Imagine how many things you could buy for $700. It's ridiculous. Hobby boxes are like $60-$70 now. Compared to when I was a kid, they were like $40. Even the blaster boxes have gone up. They used to be $15-$20 when I was younger collecting. Now they're like $25-$30. It's ridiculous. Cards are way too expensive nowadays, and they're honestly killing its own hobby. I'm being honest, and you know, maybe this is the beginning of the end. I doubt it, but Panini filing a lawsuit against Fanatics, it just seems funny to me because Panini was the one who ran Upper Deck and Topps out of town a couple of years ago. So again, they realized that, oh, Fanatics is a reliable company. We're in danger. Let me go place file a lawsuit on them. We'll see how this turns out, but it's gonna be ugly. Alright, if you have stuck around with me for this long, thank you so much. Please like this video and subscribe for more videos. But anyways, here is my movie recommendation for all of you. I saw this movie yesterday and I was jaw-dropped for how good it was. Knock at the Cabin. This is a movie that came out this past February. It was in theaters. I've gotten mixed movie review opinions about it. Some people think it is terrible. It's way too predictable. I thought it was incredible. Listen, Dave Bautista did such a nice job being the lead guy here. He really emphasized basically gay couple. They have a daughter, and basically the whole point is you gotta kill one of your family members or else the rest of humanity is gonna die. And, you know, Batista, he turns on the news, he's talking about a hurricane, a flash flood, it's killing people, and, you know, it's awful. It really is awful. And, you know, but they're stubborn to their ways. They're like, no, why would we kill each other for the rest of the world, pretty much? Well, it ended up being the sacrifice was made, and ultimately the universe was saved. Overall, I don't want to spoil too much. In fact, that could already be a huge spoiler, but pretty much the family was stubborn. No, we're not going to kill someone. Spoiler, someone eventually does die in the end. And, you know, Batista and his crazy group of whoever the heck they were right. And, you know, it was a great movie overall. I thought it was really well done. It is predictable because obviously, like, two people aren't going to be selfish enough to have the entire world end right there, but I thought overall it was pretty good. I'd probably give that movie a 7, 8, 9 out of 10, something along the lines there. It really is good. You gotta be in a mood to watch it, though. I wouldn't just be like, oh, you're hanging out with your girlfriend or boyfriend, like, let me go put this movie on. No, it ain't a chick flick or nothing like that. It's not a teen flick either. It is psychological, like, thinking, psychological horror. Apparently the creator of the movie, he's known for doing, like, psychological movies, like, to a T. And again, I thought Knock in the Cabin was fantastic. So if you've already seen it, drop your opinions about it in the comments. But I think that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning into episode 2 of Floodsters Topics. We covered Bergeron's retirement, the Hall of Fame game. I cannot wait to commentate Jaguars games, man. It's so close, so close. We're 5 weeks away from the regular season. I'll probably do a couple of NFL preseason broadcasts, but I mean, dude, we're just pumped for week 1. Jaguars Colts. What? I'm gonna have a blast commentating that in front of you guys. But anyway, that's going to be it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys for Floodsters Topics episode number 3.